Hi boys and girls, it's Julia, Miss Julia here. And this book was one of my son's all-time favorites. We used to read it practically every night for a while. It is called Henry P.Baloney. There's the name of it. Henry P.Baloney. And you can take an AR quiz. I looked up the number. It's 49835. So pause the video so you can write this down or take a screenshot of it. Now I just wanted to tell you a little something about this book. You will notice there are words that you've probably never heard of. He uses words, the author, John Ciska. Oh, and also, I think Lane Smith did the illustrations, but the author is John Ciska, and he uses words from 17 different languages, and then he includes a couple of made-up words. So I'm sure you will figure out the ones and see if you recognize any of them. At the end, I will tell you the words and what they mean and what country or what dialect or language they're from. Okay, Henry P.Baloney. Last Tuesday morning at 8:37 a.m., Henry P.Baloney was finally late for class once too often. "That's it," said Miss Bugscuffle. "Permanent, lifelong detention unless you have one very good and very believable excuse." "Well, I would have been exactly on time," said Henry, "but I misplaced my trusty Zimulus. Then I found it on my desky, but someone had put my desky in a Toraku. The Toraku drove me right here to Siskola, but then it drove right past. I grabbed my Zimulus and jumped out, but I jumped smack in the middle of a Razzo launch pad." "I used my Zimulus to pop open the escape porto, but it turned out to be a porto into the next Razzo blasting off." "I jammed the Razzo controls with my Zimulus so I could land behind Siskola and still be on time. But I jammed the wrong Batuna and ended up on the planet Astrosas. I entertained the Astro guys with my very funny Pixas, but they decided my Pixas and I would be entertaining to eat. I changed their minds with geodrams and calculations so fantastic they crown me Canningus of the whole planet. But I forgot the astrosis word for thank you and accidentally used the word for doof brain. I foiled their plan to disintegrate me by plugging their blossa with my Zimulus. But they made a new plan to send me back in a sighing flosser to fracas arciscola. I erased the sighing flosser fracas instructions, but I also erased the sighing flosso porto lock and fell out. I dropped like a Uyarak. I was only 3 seconds away from Zersplatzen all over the Splielplatz. Not even my trusty Zimulus could save me. So what did you do? Said Miss Bug Scuffle. How could you possibly save yourself? I suddenly remembered that falling bodies obey the law of gravity. And I haven't learned the law of gravity yet, so I stopped and came to Siscola. All of which made me exactly 7 minutes late this Amu. Henry P.Baloney, said Miss Bug Scuffle. That is unbelievable, but today's assignment is to compose a tall tale. So why don't you sit down and get started writing? I'd love to, said Henry, but I seem to have misplaced my Zimulus. Afterward. This transmission was received directly from deep space. Once the signals were decoded, it became clear that this was a story about a life form similar to many Earthlings. Even more amazing was the discovery that the story is written in a combination of many different Earth language, including Latvian, Swahili, Finnish, Esperanto, and Inuktitut. Who knows why? And this is the decoder. You might want to pause on this so you can figure out all these words. The word Amu is Finnish for morning. Astrosis is Latin for unlucky. Blossa is Ukbaric for ray gun. Butuna is Maltese for button. Cuculations is a transposition of the word calculations. Deski is Swahili for desk. Fracas is French for shatter. This might be fracasse, since it's my pronunciation is not great. Geodrams is a transposition for the word diagrams. Canningus is Estonian for king. Pizza is Melanesian pidgin for picture. Porto is Esperanto for door. Razzo is Italian for rocket. Sighing flosser is a spoonerism for flying saucer. Speelplatz is Dutch for playground. Szkola is Polish for school. And toraku is Japanese for truck. And twerf is Welsh for noise. And uyarak is Inuktitut for stone. And zersplatzen is German for splattering. And zimulus, which he forgot, is Latvian for pencil. So these are all the words, foreign words. And then these are in the parentheses are all the countries the words come from. And then these are all the English words. I hope you enjoyed this story. It brings back fond memories for me. So don't forget to take your AR quiz. There's the number again. If you didn't write it down, take an AR quiz, and send me a Google Doc about what you thought about the book. Thank you. Bye-bye.